This is Nev Chandler, and you're listening to your season ticket for sports, Mid-America's 50,000-watt clear channel superstation, WWWE Cleveland.
Good morning. This is Bob Fuller, and we have a very special guest on the telephone. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the owner of the next Super Bowl champion team, the Cleveland Browns, Mr. Art Modell. Good morning, Art.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good, thank you.
You looking forward to Saturday's game?
I am, and I hope it's the first of 3 wins for us. Only time will tell.
We know it will be. Browns fever has arrived. Speaking of Browns fever, I understand you have an important announcement for us.
Well, I'd like to, on behalf of the Cleveland Browns organization, welcome back into town Gary Dee. Say what you want about the man. One thing, he's not dull. And but I wish him the best. I think the city has missed his voice, as mine goes. But we're very happy to have him back. When I was part owner of the station, perhaps I should have done the same thing that the present ownership has and brought him back to the place where he belongs in Cleveland.
Well, Art, thank you, and bless your heart. How are you?
Pretty good, friend. Pretty good. Have you mellowed?
God only knows, Art. I'll mellow when they plant me 6 feet under, probably. And say hello to your lovely bride, Pat. And, Art, the reason, or really you missed out on being my boss. I could have been your water boy, whatever. But I'm bringing you and the Browns and Cleveland luck. Ironically, every city that I've been to since I left Cleveland in '83, Mr. Modell, I went to Washington, D.C. The Washington Redskins that year won the Super Bowl. I went to Chicago. The Chicago Bears that year won the Super Bowl. I went to the Big Apple, New York. That year, the New York Giants won the Super Bowl. Gary Dee is back on WWWE in Cleveland. Art Modell, the Cleveland Browns this year, because Gary Dee is back, is going to the Super Bowl and win.
Okay. Gary, if you can do that for me every year, I'll make you my play-by-play announcer.
All right. But, of course, after you win the Super Bowl, they'll fire me here as they did everywhere else.
Well, that's all right. I'll move the franchise.
You're a great person. You know, they're having President Reagan in town at the City Club, I understand. But really, they should be having you, Mr. Modell. You have done more in your life with your family and with your team. You are Mr. Cleveland. And I salute you and continued health and continued success. And you're going to get 3 in a row. That's the house, the farm, everything you own. Borrow, beg, or steal, the Browns are going all the way.
Well, you're very kind, and I take great encouragement out of your words, but we'll see. And in the meantime, I want to wish you a long run on the air.
Right. Mr. Modell, while we do have you on the air, let me ask you one question. Has the Super Bowl, victory in the Super Bowl and that Super Bowl ring, has that been your lifetime goal for yourself and the Browns?
Well, I can only talk for myself. We have a lot of young kids that haven't been around long enough to have felt the frustration of not having one. To be very honest, we have not won the big game since 1964. We won 17 titles since then over the years, but that's not enough. I want to win the big one. We came very close last year. And it was a devastating blow to us as an organization that we came up short and could not stop Denver from that 98-yard march. Well, we grew up, I believe, and matured in that playoff process. First a double overtime against the Jets and then the loss to Denver the next week. And maybe we are a better team for it. Time will tell. I expect big things from this organization.
Oh, certainly... we get our character and our strength really not from our successes, but that I've certainly learned from our failures. And I'm sure the Browns learned, as you just said, and that they are going to take it one game at a time and win all 3 and victorious this year. Mr. Modell, I know you're busy. Wish you luck. And any advice for the fans live in the stadium this Saturday?
Well, I just checked the records. The forecast is for about 18 to 20 degrees, which is 18 to 20 degrees warmer than it was when the Raiders were here January 4th, 1980. 1981, that is. And so I think it'll be a little warmer than we had experienced in the past, but the enthusiasm, I know, will be to 100%. This is a great, great sports city, as you know, Gary.
Yes, sir.
And people here will immediately to a winner, and I know that we can use and we will receive their vocal support on Saturday.
Great. Any tickets available?
No, it's been sold out for a couple of weeks now.
Right on. But we have local TV.
Be televised locally, and but the people will still show. There's nothing like being there in person for electricity that prevails.
On Channel 3 and here on WWWE.
That is correct.
Mr. Modell, thanks once again, and good luck.
And have a good, long commercial run.
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll break a leg. Mr. Art Modell, Mr. Cleveland, WWWE, Gary D., the second coming.
Diamond's Men's Store is relocating their Great Lakes Mall store to the main company end of the mall. Every stitch of merchandise and fixtures must be sold at once because everything at the new location must be brand new. Diamond's is liquidating the entire stock of fine menswear to the public in the biggest sale in their 47-year history. Need a suit or sport coat? You can buy it now at Diamond's at savings of up to 50%. What about a brand new sweater, scarf, wool slacks, flannel shirt? It's all at Diamond's Great Lakes Mall in the Beat the Bulldozer sale. In a few short days, you'll see a food court where Diamonds once stood as Great Lakes Mall begins their giant renovation. Diamonds is moving and everything must go. And here's the best part. All the Diamond stores are participating. So save on Pendleton, Chaps, Alexander Julian, Arrow, Lakeland, London Fog, and so many others. So whether you shop at Euclid Square Mall, Severance, Randall, Richmond, Summit, Rolling Acres, Midway, Niles, or at the Great Lakes Mall, the prices will never be lower and the savings will never be higher than right now at Diamond. Let's get back to the conversation with Gary D. on Radio 11, WWWE. Now, once again, here's Gary.
D-Day, and it's great to be back in Cleveland. I've been gone since October of '83, and I have traveled to the mountaintop and ended up in New York with a 2-bit egg-sucking dog station. Didn't have enough money to buy a McDonald's Big Mac, and they wanted to have Gary D., the greatest talent in the world, on their staff for peanuts. Sideways, baby. We're back where we belong, in Cleveland, on the greatest radio station in the world. Put your hand on your tweeter, honey, and say WWWE. Gary D. D-Day. Let's go where the fun is and talk to you, the listener, the intelligent caller, on WWWE. Yes, good morning and welcome, and you're the first caller on D-Day in 1988. Hello there, and welcome.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, I just want to say welcome back to Cleveland.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
A lot of people shot you down yesterday, but I'll tell you one thing. Some of the people here in Cleveland really do miss you, and God bless you, and amen.
Amen and hallelujah. The waves, the light. I've been to the mountaintop, man.
That's good.
And thank God, unlike Pete Maravich, I came back the right side. He went down the other side. I, this week, will be the same age as Elvis Presley. I feel a hell of a lot better. Thank you, God. Amen. Gary D., you're on the radio. WWWE. Shoot.
Good morning, Gary, and welcome back to Cleveland.
Bless your heart.
And I'd like to wish you a very healthy and happy New Year. And how's Allison and Jeremy?
Well, bless. I was down there for a month in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Oh, how's your other children? You a grandpa yet?
Yes, I am a grandpa. And Randy Jr. from Randy Dandy celebrated his second birthday, January 28th in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
And I'm a grandma last year.
Isn't that
Cameron, 9 months old.
Well, that's great.
And welcome back because we haven't had a good program since you left.
Well, bless you. You're kind, but there's great talent here in this town. They're not like Gary D.
But you're number one.
Gary D. WWWE. You're on the radio. Hello there. Radio 11. Yes, good morning, and thank you for calling. May AT&T. Yes, good morning. Gary D. WWWE. In the old days, we used to go on to the next call. Our lines are open, and let me remind you that we do have a lot of new listeners this morning, and thank you very, very much. And first-time callers, our number locally is 578-1100, 578-1100. And toll-free, 1-800-325-5796, toll-free if you live in the outside calling area. Okay, our next call, Val? Pardon me? 2? We'll go to line 2, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Gary D. D-Day, my first day back, and I'm as nervous as a spring bride myself. Here on WWWE. Hello there. Good morning. Just keep them coming. We really don't need to screen the callers. It takes the spontaneity, the honesty, and the friction of truth and the emotions out. Yes. But in this day of AIDS, it's best to use precaution. Good morning, Gary D., WWWE. You're on the radio. Hello there.
Good morning, Mr. D. Intelligent morning callers.
Hey, a minute, how old are you? Intelligent morning caller. Ladies and gentlemen. You know, I missed that. But, you know, they should have never let you out. I thought you were still in confined treatment. Well, he fell from his family tree. Good morning, Gary D., WWWE. You're on entertainment radio in Cleveland, Ohio. And as Pete Franklin used to say, all 28 states. And wherever. I picked it up in Chicago, coming across from the garden spot of the world, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I spent 3 months on unemployment, and I couldn't even smoke in my son's house. He's a vegetarian. He doesn't smoke. And his dad had to smoke in the basement or out on the back porch and freeze my cigarette off. That's terrible. My son that I helped raise over all those years, and they're doing well. Gary Jr. and Randy Dandy in Cedar Rapids. Hope Margaret is still in California, doing well, still living at home, 27 years young. And then, of course, Allison and Jeremiah the Prophet are with Mom, Liz. They're all doing well in St. Petersburg, Florida. And I own a beautiful home down there that I was left in that state about a month before Liz threw me out again. So what else is new? Everything changes, but it's still the same. Let's go to line 1 on WWWE. Okay, Val. So call in at 578-1100. And it's good to be back, sweetheart.
Bob Hedrington and Ramona Robinson deliver a clear, concise, complete newscast on the 10 o'clock news on WUAB Channel 43.
There's no shortage of news in Northern Ohio, and our job is to get you the facts. And we've got the right people to do it.
At 10 o'clock, we can cover more of the news, more thoroughly than any other newscast. And we're on 1 hour earlier than anybody else.
The 10 o'clock news on Channel 43 gets you the first word on tomorrow's weather from meteorologist Frank Cariello.
Now, you don't have to wait until almost 11:30 to get tomorrow's weather. I'll give you the accurate forecast on the 10 o'clock news.
Northern Ohio's best-known and most respected sports director, Jim Shandley, does his thing on the 10 o'clock news.
I'll give you the scores and highlights, and when it comes to the hottest sports stories, I'll tell you what's on my mind.
Bob Hedrington, Ramona Robinson, Frank Cariello, Jim Shandley, the right people with the right news at the right time. Watch the 10 o'clock news tonight on Channel 43.
WWWE Cleveland.
And good morning and welcome to D-Day, 1988, and latest date in history, January 7th, go down as February 14th did in 1972, 16 years ago. A young kid, wet behind the ears, from Fresno, California, came to this great city. I thought I knew everything. I knew nothing. Today I know nothing. Well, the only difference, I know that now. Well, one great man said, when you know that you don't know, then you're brilliant. And he was insane. He didn't last in New York either. Let's go to line 1. And I want to thank a lot of people. You know, when you're unemployed and on the out and on the down, when you're hot, you're hot. When you're cold, you're cold. And I want to thank a lot of friends that I didn't realize I had here in Cleveland that helped me get this job. Even if it lasts for just another 5 minutes, I want to thank you. God bless you. And a list of people I'll give you other times, won't bore you today, but one of them particularly, Schaefer, Harry Schaefer, and other people. And I want to thank Mary, the Plain Dealer, the great newspaper, for the nice things that Mary said in our love-hate relationship over the years. Thank you, Mary. I really mean that. And today at noon, we will have the most powerful man of color in the world live on this WWE radio station, Mr. King George II, as Mary said. My good friend, even though he may be black, Mr. George Forbes. And George will give us the State of the Cleveland message today. Now, I didn't tell George that Dennis Kucinich is also my guest. And they both will be live at Jim Swingo's. We're going to tear that place down. Jim Swingo was the first person I met in Cleveland. Kegan Quarter 72 flew in and got a deal. And sitting at the bar, Jim Swingo, I said, I'm going to take this down. He said, you dummy, you don't know anything. And the guy next to me at the bar says, you're right, I'm a radio announcer, you're not going to make it this down. And that was Ronnie Barrett. Remember Ronnie? Hi, gang. We're all still around and kicking. That's amazing. We're all alive, and that makes us winners right there, as those who have almost seen the other side of the hilltop. I talk too much. The listeners, the entertainment, good morning. Welcome to D-Day.
Hi, Gary D.
Yes, sir.
Hey, glad to have you back.
Oh.
You know why?
Why?
Because you got the guts to say what's got to be said around this town.
Well, thank you.
Kind of dull with you gone and Dennis Kucinich jumping in. Going to be a hot town in the old town. Hot time in the old town.
Rena Bloomberg, the greatest lady in all the world, the prettiest lady. She gets prettier every year. Just brought in some beautiful flowers, a corsage, Tiger.
Well, that's nice.
From the 226 professional florists, welcome you with Cleveland's official flower, the Our Town carnation. Beautiful carnation. The Florist Association of Greater Cleveland. Have a nice day. Your friends at, how's that, Val?
Huey's.
Huey's. Oh, of course, Huey's. Okay. Well, that's nice. And thank you. And hopefully I'll have the courage
to
tell the truth and not be bought off.
We're waiting for it.
If I can't make a deal with Dennis or George today, I'll tell the truth. Okay. Good morning. Gary D., WWWE. You're on entertainment. Hello there.
Hello, Gary.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to say welcome back.
Well, thank you.
And I want to wish you a most happy and healthful and prosperous New Year.
God bless you, and the same to you. And
all right, you're number one.
Your husband and family and the grandkids and everybody.
Same here.
Even to our ex-wives and their boyfriends. Okay, but that's none of your business. Hello there. Let's go to the next line. Thank you for waiting. You're on WWWE. Gary D. Hello there. Radio 11.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, sweetheart.
How are you? Welcome home.
I feel fine. Never felt better, really.
Hey, listen, you left here in 83?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the last time I ever heard radio.
Well, bless your heart.
Bless my heart is right.
Did you hear that?
On Gary D.
Did you hear that, Milt Maltz? Where is WHK today? When I left, it was number one, baby. Where are you today, Milt? Where the hell are you now?
Right.
Where's Carl Hirsch? He sold out. Double-crossed Milt Maltz, and they ran me out of town.
Right.
Well, Milt, I'm back, baby.
Well, it's good to have you, Gary.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to show Milt Maltz and every other money changer that radio is not only making profits, but it's having fun, telling the truth, and having entertainment. And Milt, unfortunately, you forgot that. Gary D., I say it like it is. God writes my script. Hello there. Good morning. WWWE, you're on the radio. Don't listen to our 7-second anti-polluter Iranian device. That's our clean air thing on our tower. We broadcast with a 7-second delay to protect ourselves from Republicans. Hello there. Yes, Val. Okay. Thank you for waiting.
Oh, Jesus. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning.
You know,
I recognize your voice.
Oh,
all our cast of characters, you're still here.
No, I never was. I never was on your program, Gary.
Really?
No, I never was. I'm sorry. But I will say this to you. I was going to ask you a question about Gary Hart. You are going to do, I hope, something, an expose of your own about people like Gary Hart.
Oh, absolutely. And the first thing I'm going to do for Mr. Hart to help his campaign and pay off his $1 million this last campaign is to name a monastery after Gary Hart. I think that should be done. Step in the right direction. That's stupid. Yeah, for politicians, and what a year for religion, and Tammy and Jim Baker, and all those things.
We had a little bit of a scandal going on in our own town and within the religious circles while you were gone.
Really?
The Catholic diocese with a couple of priests and some boys, you know.
You know, what we realize and fail to realize, that we're all human beings, and that no one is perfect. And the most important thing is today, we don't know whether we're going to end up like Pete Maravich at the next moment, and to enjoy what we have. I have learned that. And that we've all got to come together, and I've tried to do that myself, and I've told myself and talked to myself about these things.
How old is your Jeremiah now?
Yeah, he's 9 years old, in the 4th grade, and plays soccer, and he's a doll. And Allison is a young lady. She's lost her baby fat, and she's becoming a young lady.
Well,
she's
congratulations.
7th grade, and Daddy drove her. And I had an old beat-up 77 Plymouth Volare.
You always drive a beat-up Volare.
New York, I didn't even have a car. In the first place, they didn't pay me enough to afford one. The third, $300 a month for parking in Midtown Manhattan.
Oh, that's terrible.
And I didn't have money anyway. Right. And if I'm a day late on child support, Liz will throw me in jail. Hey, I'm up to date, sweetheart. Okay. Good morning, Child Support Bureau, 1 Lakeside Avenue.
Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you, too, sir. But anyway, I drove on Plymouth Volare, and I took Allison to a dance at her school. Me, Gary D., taking my daughter to her dance. Those little boys, I told her to watch out for them. Yes, let's take a break, and we'll be back to raising your children and raising yourself on Entertainment Radio, WWWE, and geez, Cleveland, it is good to be back. It's good to have a job. It's good to be alive.
It's playoff football this Saturday at 12:30 when the Browns take on the Indianapolis Colts. I'm Nev Chandler. Join me and Doug Deacon for all the action right here on WWWE.
Our northeast Ohio weather will be very quiet and not quite as cold for today as the lake effect snows out and the snow belt will finally come to an end. By late tonight, another snow producer will move through the state of Ohio, but we expect just a light snowfall from that, and it's going to be generally quiet and cold for the Cleveland Browns at the stadium on Saturday. This is meteorologist Dick Gant at the WWWE Weather Bureau in Cleveland. The forecast calling for partly sunny to mostly sunny skies. Still some flurries in the eastern suburbs this morning, and then clouding over again this afternoon with a high of 18. Mostly cloudy tonight. Snow developing this evening, possibly accumulating 1 to 2 inches by morning, and a low near 12. Tomorrow, variable cloudiness. The snow will be ending during the morning, high of 24. And for Saturday, some scattered snow flurries possible in the afternoon and evening, and a high of about 18. Stay tuned to WWWE for the very latest weather information.
Let's get back to your phone calls on Mid-America's Superstation for news, talk, and sports. Radio 11, WWWE. Now, once again, here's Gary D.
Maybe I should have stayed as a 6th grade teacher in Porterville, California. And I want to thank other people. We negotiated when the present ownership bought this great facility, and that was beautifully owned and managed by Mr. Art Modell. And Mr. Modell spent a pile of money here on this radio station, building it up to the great quality that it is today, with the greatest news team that I've ever heard, that you've ever heard every morning here, and number one in News Morning here on WWWE. Thank you, Mr. Modell. It'll make my job easier here during midday. When they were buying December 1st, I was contacted. And I was burned, boy. I'd been really kicked hard 3 times in a row, down and out, and the count was up to 9. And I get the call, and how they found me in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, I'll never know. Mary Mary's crew of the plane dealer couldn't find me, but the group here that bought the station, Mr. Tom Wilson and Mr. Larry Pollock and Mr. Tom Ambrasia, God bless you, boys. You made a wise decision. And I want to thank a lot of people in the sidelines that knew of this negotiation, knew of the volatility and the controversy of the Gary D. and the Vidal family, Allen, Marshall, Jetty, God bless you, Marsh Allen Manufacturing, and other rich people. Because when you're rich, you got power. And thank God we had a few of those on my side, as well as the general public in general, because Gary D. was down for the count, and I realize that. And I realize that now. And God bless y'all. So enough of this. Let us go. And today at noon, Gary D. gets back into the old Gary D. that you love to hate so much, when I assault verbally and hopefully not physically, but who knows? I don't know what's going to happen when George Forbes and Dennis Kucinich meet each other today at noon at Swingos. You're all invited to come down. Come down. It's at Euclid and 12th Avenue, the big Statler office tower that I spent 11 years in, making someone a pile of money, where they get all this money and then just syndicate their stations coast to coast, like Rupert Murdoch, who wanted citizenship in this country not to get an M1 and shoot a gook in Vietnam. But he wanted to get his citizenship not to shoot a gook, but to make money off dumb Americans on radio and television stations. There's time for you, Milt. You just get down and say, I made a mistake, Gary, and double my contract, and I'll come over. Okay, here we go. Gary D., WWWE, you're on the radio. Hello there.
Thank God for automatic redial.
Amen to that.
Hey, lure in a snake's belly, welcome back to Cleveland.
That is true.
God darn it, boy, I tell you, since you've been gone, I've been miserable.
Oh, we're going to have fun.
I hope so, man. It's what this town needed, man, and you come back just in time for us getting ready for the Super Bowl.
Really?
You're the shot in the arm this town needs.
And we're going to win everywhere I've been.
Well, I felt so bad about these people calling up yesterday stating that, well, you ain't got no sense and this and that.
Right.
Well, hey. It's Gary D. hour between 10 and 2.
Right.
They've got the WWWE from then on in.
Right. And don't write.
Give him hell, Jerry.
Thank you, Tiger.
Gary, not Jerry.
Okay, Gary. Don't write write 3WE down when you write letters of congratulatory to Harvey Sims, our general manager of hiring Gary D. and to have all the great courage, don't write 3WE. You write WWWE, because Arbitron, when they get the books, and this is a public service announcement, they will give it to another radio station. So write WWWE when you write your letters to our general manager, Mr. Harvey Sims, S-I-M-M-S, one of the greatest general managers of all time, and who comes up from the great Akron-Canton area, which is a great place to come up from. Okay. At least I got fired out of New York. You know, that's has some ring to it. You take that and the prostitutes and the pimps and the beggars. Have you guys been to Manhattan? Ooh, we'll talk about that. The way our society has gone, the extremes of the rich and the poor. I walk to work. Beggars, you know, out on the street. Drunks laying there. Their clothes off. They're doing things on the sidewalk and prostitutes and women. I met one whore from Cleveland. I said, go back to Parma and get in the community college and become a nice woman and marry a rich guy. And she said, well, Mr. Modell and Carl Hirsch are gone. But those things happen again. But it's the extreme. And all these people are dying on the streets of Midtown Manhattan, and yet the rich people, the Donald Trumps driving down Fifth Avenue in their stretch limos. The extremes of our society. And we can't become that way. The very rich, the very poor. Where the hell are you and I going to end up? Supporting both ends, baby. Which sounds not only illegal, but it's hard times. Let's go to line 2. WWWE, Gary D. D-Day on Radio 11 in Cleveland. Hello there. Okay. And our number is 578-1100. Out of town, you may call collect. We're not a cheap station. We didn't have an 800 number in New York. 1-800-325-5796, toll free in Ohio. Thank you for waiting. Gary D. on WWWE. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi, thank you for waiting.
Welcome home, Gary.
You know, it is home.
You never got fired. We just needed you back in Cleveland. Do you know you hit about 48 states now on your station?
That's what I understand.
Yeah.
Thanks to Pete Franklin.
Yeah. Did you bring anything new back?
No, I'm disease free.
Are you single?
Fruit inspector. Yes, I'm single. I'm single, white,
are you going to come
and
up?
broke.
You broke?
I'm up to date on child support. I have to take a gas tank. I left my lights on my car, on my Eldo, behind the Greyhound bus depot. This guy, $250 a day parking all day.
That's
and
crazy.
He doesn't know. I think Art Modell owns that lot, and this guy's suffering.
Are you going to come up to Beechwood for coffee?
Oh, I'd love to. Are you a rich divorcee?
Well,
a rich widow?
Enough, you know, for both of us, for coffee.
You know, those are the greatest words in the world. I never really had anyone tell me.
What?
Those words. What were they?
I have enough for both of us.
WWWE, Gary D. Thank you for waiting. You're on the air. Hello there.
Gary D.
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor?
Welcome back and give the Cleveland steel.
Give them steel.
Yeah.
All right. Remember that?
Give them steel.
That's when I used to get on that saddle, honey.
Oh, I know. I'm one of these suburban knights out here.
Oh, yes. Lily-livered, yellow-bellied, pico-commie suburbanites move into the city and help our mayor.
I live it out here, but I love to hear you on the radio.
Well, that is great. Well, thank you. This is enjoyable, and we can take this maybe for a minute more. Bless your heart. And we'll get everybody on because the lines are lit, and this is exciting. Let's go down to line 6. They've been waiting 4 days.
How you doing, Gary?
Just fine, sir, and thank you for calling.
Calling from Akron. Welcome back.
All right. That lily-livered piece of sheephead wrapper they call the Akron Beacon Journal and that 2-bit scribe that wrote about me in this morning's newspaper, Milt Shulman, my mouthpiece, is Milt still alive, is going to get them, boy.
Right.
Sue them for the farm.
Damn right.
We're going to turn their printing press into...
Hey, Gary.
Scrap.
Is it true that you're going to referee Dennis and Mary Rose?
Yeah, right. Isn't that something?
Hey, we need you back in town to referee that fight.
I mean, if Dennis can make a comeback, so can Gary D. I think that's great. And Dennis looked great. I saw him yesterday. He was here at the station.
Notice he's changed his hairstyle. He's got a forehead now.
A forehead. That's true. Well, that denotes wisdom.
Not his.
Mary Rose Okar. We'll have her on, and we'll have the Mary Rose Okar. Come on, Mary Rose is
Mary Rose also?
Yes, Mary Rose and I.
Salary from her?
When Mary Rose turned me down, I had to marry Liz. If Mary Rose would have married me, see how my life would have been different? I could have carried her baggage around Washington. I could have been somebody. Gee,
Joe Finan's working down here.
God bless Joe Finan.
He says to give you his regards.
Right, and give Joe my regards. He's the greatest. Simsalabim.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Peace. On WWWE, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
They've done it again. The Cleveland Browns have clinched the AFC Central Division Championship for the third consecutive year. A year filled with so many memorable moments.
The cube is loose. The cube is gone. Gerald McNeil is gone for a touchdown.
Close the throw, pumps once. Home run ball, deep on the left side. Slaughter, 50, 10, 5, touchdown. Cozart turns, fakes a handoff, gives it to the second man through. Finer with a big opening. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Here's Bernie to pass on 2nd and 8 in the pocket. Firing deep down the middle. Brennan wide open. At the 20, 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. That's a lone setback. He gets the handoff. Plows up the middle with a gaping hole. Inside the 10, inside the 5, and a touchdown.
And the excitement continues into the NFL playoffs. Saturday, January 9th, it'll be Coors Light Day in the playoffs as the Browns take on the Colts. 3 pom-poms to the first 75,000 fans. Compliments of Coors Light.
It's holiday savings time at Jim Roberts Buick. Special allowance from Buick plus year-end right now discounts from Jim Roberts will save you big money. Savings off suggested retail prices of over $7,000 on 87 Rivieras, $4,000 on Electra Park Avenue, $2,900 on LeSabre, $3,000 on Century, and $2,000 on Skyhawk can be yours. There are also special deals on 88 Buicks too. $1,500 cash rebate on Electra Park Avenue and $600 rebates on LeSabre, Century, and Skylark. The deals have never been better, but to take advantage, you must take delivery by January 11th. Jim Roberts Buick wants to earn your business now with great deals, top trade-in allowances, and service after the sale. The Great American Road belongs to you and your Jim Roberts Buick. Great American Cars at Jim Roberts Buick in Willoughby. Get in on the savings now.
And at quarterback, number 19.
Oh, get down. We're going to go.
Bernie,
Bernie, bless his heart.
Oh, yeah. How you can grow. Yeah.
Bernie, what a great quarterback, and so young. You know, think how good he'll be when he starts shaving. Gary D, WWWE, Radio 11, 578-1100, and 1-800-325-5796, toll-free here in Ohio. This is not a cheap radio station. We have a toll-free number. All right, let's go back to our lines and start with line 1. And this is too goody-goody. Now, where are all you people yesterday that called me every name in the book? Every name in the book. From a wife beater to a child molester to an AIDS carrier to a Republican to a man that has circulatory problems. Don't touch it, Gary. Good morning. Welcome to Gary D. D-Day, WWWE. Hello there. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Just fine.
I haven't listened to radio in 9 years.
Well, all right. Well, we've got radio today on WWWE because we have owners that don't have good sense.
Well, it's about time.
No, that are ready to shoot the dice. There's no gain unless there's, some risk. No pain, no gain. They say that, Weight Watchers, whatever. And
I met you over at...
we're going to win big or lose big. What the heck? That's the excitement of it. Why live and be mamby-pamby?
That's right.
Yes, sir. That's all. Dare to be as great as our potentials could be.
Yeah.
We use less than 5% of our physical, mental potentials, our sexual potentials. You only live once, Val.
That's right.
Live your fantasy today.
That's right. Go and
with
get
me.
You still smoking?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I met you.
I ripped off more smoking clinics. I'm still running a commercial. They're running a commercial in Chicago for Stop Smoking Clinic. I'm just puffing like a chimney here. Now I'll quit again. I'll get my life back in order. Man, I got hit in the gut.
Yeah, I know.
In Washington, in 3 months there, you get fired, you have your heart attack, your wife leaves you.
Yeah.
And they say, don't smoke. Yeah, I like to see it.
You mean Judy's not with you no more?
No, Judy threw in the towel. Said,
oh,
you take this radio business and stick it.
Oh,
and I can't blame her.
and her lovely 3 daughters, and she's living in Eastlake. God bless her.
You know, I met you down with my the 2 boys, Brian and Wally.
I remember. I really do.
This was 10 years ago at
Right.
Roy Rogers' restaurant.
Right.
Bummed a cigarette off of me.
Yes, sir. That sounds like me. I bummed 2 jumps last night. My Eldo, my beautiful 85 Eldo, that's why lives through the house. And she's driving a Mercedes, living in my beautiful house down there, and on the water.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah?
10 years ago, when I used to listen to you every day, I mean, that's all I listened to.
Well, thank
10 years ago, I lost my house. I lost my van. I lost everything. I had a business, you know.
Amen.
And it's easy to fall down. The hard part is getting up. But you got to do it.
Amen.
And I got up, and it's better today than it was 10 years ago. And you just don't fall down and lay there. You got to get back up.
God bless you.
And I'll tell you, it's the greatest thing for me to hear you back on the radio again. You know.
Oh, Gary D can hang in. You can, too.
What you got to do is start some trouble.
Yeah, I will. This can be the first hour here. Well, I got to be good to the management, new owners of the station.
Yeah.
And I told them I wouldn't start a war until the
My
second
life
hour.
would be so boring if I didn't start trouble around the house.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Keeps the kids going.
Really. And I want to thank all the television people who were here today.
Yeah.
God bless them and their
Mary's been
news.
keeping you in mind right along.
Yeah.
A couple of months.
Well, Mary, we have a secret love. We really do. Bless her heart. Who knows? Maybe the next Mrs. D will be Mary.
Yeah.
But I mean,
well, you had two beautiful women. Maybe time for ugly.
Yeah, I've been. Don't say that. Beauty is skin deep. Come on. Mary is nice. She said nice things about me today, and that'll probably be the last time.
Person.
And she's quite a lady, too.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
hey, when are you going to come down to Midtown again? Midtown's about 5 minutes away from me.
Right. As soon as I start drinking.
Really?
I end up in Midtown every time.
Where are you living at now?
At this motel in Willowick, and I couldn't even, the switchboard wasn't even open this morning. I'm paying these people $22.95 a day.
Yeah.
And they say, you got direct dialing and a color TV, and the other place doesn't have that. So I went to this place. Willowick Arms, or I don't know what it is. I don't even know where, I was going to call a guy on the air because I got their hotline number, and I was going to give this lightweight, no talent, Gary D. imitator a bad time, and I couldn't even get out. I couldn't even dial out of my room. But I'm living in Willowick, a motel, for the week, and then I saw this beautiful girl, the leasing agent, for a one-bedroom at the park here where we broadcast from, so I can just stumble down every morning in the elevator.
Yeah.
And I almost signed a deal, but she didn't come with the furniture.
Well, you got to stay away from them wild women.
Yeah, I keep...
You know, you had a heart attack. What do you want to do?
Doctor said exercise.
You know?
Yeah, that's what he said. Thank you. Let's go to line 1 and Wally. Line 2 and Dwayne. Wally said forget. And I'm sorry to keeping everybody. I want to thank Larry, Bob, Greg, and Dwayne for holding on here. Yes. Holding on to what, sir? It's an old country hit. I'd hold on. My ex-wife, I'd hang on if there was anything to grab onto. Remind me to leave to remember tomorrow morning. Hello. Good morning. Gary D., WWWE.
Yes, good morning, Gary.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Welcome back, and I mean that sincerely.
Well, thank you, Dwayne.
We're going to go back a little bit now. Remember at the Marriott, we had the breakfast when you got out of jail?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I still got the same darn bumper stickers on my old 78 van and drive around town, and now they're in. They're back.
That's a collector's item.
Yeah, you said they would be.
I lied, I thought. No, everything I say, even when I lie, it comes out. I don't need a mouthpiece.
Hey, by the way,
yes.
I bet it was good to see Jim Bellis.
It is great to see Jim Bellis.
Because
he is
that laugh of his, you used to make him laugh.
Oh, that crooked little conniving newsman.
Conniver.
And he's still got the prints and the negatives of me coming out of the motel one time. Compromising.
The very, very best of luck.
Well,
thank God Cleveland Radio has got someone on there that is going to make the entertainment in the morning decent to hear to instead of all this BS that didn't amount to a hill of beans.
Well, thank you, Dwayne.
You're welcome.
God bless. On WWWE, Gary D., and I love every bit of this, boy. This builds my ego, man. I tell you. My oldest son had me sleeping on the floor on 2 sleeping bags and 2 blankets. couldn't smoke. They're vegetarians, hadn't had any cholesterol or red meat for 3 months, and I had to paint his old beat-up houses. This kid, he's a computer engineer for Rockwell Collins here, defense contractor, and he programs the cockpit for the F-16s and the 757, and Randy Denny repairs the radios that Rockwell Collins makes all over in defense planes all over, and he flies, and his wife is very happy about that because he's gone half the month, whatever. But that's a good marriage there. But it's strange. Let's be back to Greg, Bob, and Larry on WWWE. Remember today at noon. Now, you're invited. I don't want just, the SWAT team there and undercover policemen and the Vice Squad following me to Swingos at noon today at 12th and Euclid. There at my good friend Jim Swingos, and we'll be broadcasting live. From noon until 1, or if we cause a riot, we'll broadcast all day over there. We'll be live at the scene. And I invited two of my great friends and two great people here in Cleveland, George Forbes and Dennis Kucinich. Of course, I forgot to tell either one that the other was coming on WWWE.
Why wait for a special occasion to visit the Tavern of Richfield? Every day is a special event at the Tavern. The Tavern's convenient location, only minutes from both Akron and Cleveland, makes it the ideal spot for a business lunch for 2 or up to as many as 150 people. Or how about a leisurely Sunday brunch with waffles prepared tableside and a host of other delectable dishes? The Tavern's elegant country atmosphere is made to order for a romantic candlelight dinner prepared by a kitchen staff whose dedication to excellence is unsurpassed. Jazz pianist Saul Lucas performs at the piano bar in the Tavern Lounge on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings. So make your own special event. Mel Rose and the staff of the Tavern of Richfield are waiting to welcome you. The Tavern of Richfield, routes 303 and 176 in the nostalgic village of Richfield, Ohio. For reservations, call 659-3155. That's 659-3155.
When you come to B&B for a new appliance, video, or audio system, you know you'll get the best price. But you get more than that.
Let's look at those over there.
You get to choose from B&B's wall-to-wall selection of top-quality products.
Hi, can I answer any questions for you?
You get really helpful salespeople who help make the selection easy. You get free delivery. And you get the area's most complete selection of gas ranges from quality manufacturers like Tappan, Caloric, and Thermador, featuring closed-door smokeless broiling. Today's new efficient gas ranges work for a fraction of the cost. Gas is your best energy value, and B&B has your best values in gas ranges. That's why for over 60 years, people have come to B&B Appliance with convenient locations east side and west side, where you get the best price and more for your money.
Gary D, D-Day, WWWE, and let's get to the entertainment, and that's you, the caller. Let's go to line 4, and Bob from beautiful Minter in Lake County, the fast-growing county.
Is this Tex Ritter's illegitimate son we're talking to here?
It's not illegitimate. They were married just
I thought George Forbes Capon wasn't coming back to Cleveland.
That is slanderous, libelous.
No, that's true.
That is true, but that has nothing to do with...
I can
still sue. Huh?
I didn't know he needed a city council chauffeur down there. Chauffeur George Forbes around.
Yeah, listen, I am going to stand up to George Forbes today at noon, and I'm going to make George. I'll ask him in front of you and thousands of other freeloaders who are coming to Swingos. And by the way, the owners, Tom Ambracia, Tom Wilson, and Larry Pollock, bless their hearts, are all buying all of you lunch today at Swingos.
Are you taking him down to Murray Hill?
I'm not going to Murray Hill, man. I've learned one thing. I don't mess with Murray Hill.
I tell you what, a breath of fresh air has come back to Cleveland.
Well, thank you, partner. You don't have to lie, but that's nice. Let's go to line 6, and Larry from beautiful suburban Wadsworth.
My God, it's about time you came back to Cleveland. I'll tell you what.
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
I've been listening to you for, let's see, how long were you in Cleveland? Since 72?
Yes, sir.
I've probably been listening to you since 72, and in 72 I was 7 years old. I'll tell you what, I have noticed something else. Have you lost your bite? Have you mellowed out? You still there?
Pardon me? No, I haven't mellowed out. I'm older, possibly.
We're all older.
I'm better. In fact, I was just talking to the newsman, whatever. No, I don't know. I don't know much. How can I answer that? Judge not thyself. because we lie to ourselves. You'll have to be the judge whether who or what. I just hope that we've grown, and not be stagnant, crystallized, and that we've expanded our horizons.
Well, we need somebody back in Cleveland, especially on Cleveland radio, to fight. We need to have a voice against the liberals and the communists, against the gooks and everybody else.
Really? And any other helpless group we could pick on without getting sued. Okay, let's go to line 1 and line 3. Let's go to line 3 and Greg from Cleveland, who's been waiting the longest. Our number locally is 578-1100, and I welcome all of our new listeners today. And this is just sort of a day. Tomorrow we really get into some biting issues.
I won one of your free Gary D shirts on your program for sticking up for you.
Bless your heart.
And I still stick up for you.
Thank you.
And I haven't listened to WHK since you left, and I'm anxious to have you get some of these politicians straightened out, especially George Ford.
Amen. King George. When you have what is it, ultimate power corrupts, that saying, whatever. Maybe George has been in too long. We're going to ask him that at noon. And you come down and help me. And if we get enough people there, see, George will have to tell the truth.
Right.
And Dennis will get him.
Amen.
Amen. So everybody come to the Jim Swingo's joint, the Statler at 12th and Euclid downtown today at noon.
Oh, great.
And we'll have a lot of fun. You get to see Gary D live.
And
the Dorian Gray of radio, Gary D. People say I look younger than I used to look. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Still got my teeth.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I'm getting up there. I'm still an old barracuda at times.
Oh, you don't get older, you get better.
But I used to call you all the time.
Well, that's
and
great.
I enjoyed it.
Well, thank you.
Everybody was saying to me,
Gary D
things against you, and I says, I'm sticking up for them, even with my family, my kids, and everything.
Well, the article in the Plain Dealer was right. Used to, the final years, my whole life and personal life in particular was so fouled up and screwed up that it overshadowed anything I do or say on the radio, and that got lost in the shuffle. And from that I've learned. And I've learned, in these lonely moments when we sit on the edge of our bed with our head in our hands saying, what now, God? How far is down? Is there any bottom to this whole cycle that we go through? And everyone goes through it. And we read about, Thomas Edison and his successes. He had 1 million failures to every success. We only learn from failure. I know Gary D has learned from failure. I'm into Leo Biscaglia. I'm into love. I'm into understanding and compassion. That doesn't mean that I'm mellowed or anything. It just means another dimension of growth for my personality, which I did not have when I was in Cleveland before. And to show you people the other side of Gary D, the compassion, the understanding side, I went down to Florida to see my kids and to try to, stay out of trouble with Liz. Liz and I will fight till the day we die. We love to fight, unfortunately. But I was mellow, laid back, and bit my tongue for 2 weeks. Finally, she threw me out. I bought a new car. She's driving a Mercedes and this, that, and the other. And she begrudged me trading an old 77 Volare and bought a new car. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. But Liz, and she stayed home from work. She's selling commercial real estate now and does part-time radio and just got the job when I was there, and I'm very happy for her.
Well, I am too.
In Tampa. And she got so depressed, and she's going through midlife. She's hit 41 now. And she's single, divorced mother raising 2 precious children.
Oh,
the easiest thing in the world for me, I can get over my high horse. I pay child support. Writing a check once a month, $90 per child, 180 plus 2%, $183.76. I've read them so much. Is the easiest job in the world. It gives me no right to say that I'm a father. I write a check.
Right.
I write a check. It's much easier to write a check than it is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for a woman to give up her life, or a significant portion of her life, to raise 2 darling children. And she has done a beautiful job. Allison and Jeremiah are 2 beautiful, thank God, normal kids who have lived through a very stormy youth in the living glass of all of this. And they love their daddy. They understand their daddy. We had a lot of fun.
Oh, that's good.
I got Allison a nice little anklet bracelet the kids are wearing, and she got a SWAT watch. What are those things? She wanted that. Jeremiah got her little remote control car. And, of course, I had him out flying a little plastic U-control model airplane. Yeah. Of course, he wanted it, not his daddy. We get him trained. But I'll have a program, Val, and Val's working on it now. And we'll have Liz here on the air, too. And I think
that'll be nice.
I'd like to talk to her. And, you know, they shuffle through women on the morning exchange with good buddy Freddie and good buddy Joel over there, and they're masters, and they're locked in. But it's a swinging door for Liz's job. They've never found another Liz. And maybe it'd be nice to bring Liz back to morning exchange.
It would be nice.
I think it could be arranged, and I'll be your agent. I want 15%. That'll pay the child support. Honey, God bless you.
And God bless you, Gary, and good luck on your new station, and be sure that I'll be there listening.
Aren't these gutsy people? Those of you that write Harvey Sims, WWWE Radio 11, The Park, Cleveland, Ohio, and say, Harvey, you're out of your mind for hiring Gary D.
Oh, no, you can't say.
Buick Regal. There's nothing like it on the American road.
Out on the horizon, the heart of a Buick, the start of a regal new day. The great American road was made for Regal. It's the touch and the feel, the magic in the wheel, the road that Regal commands. The great American road is yours in Regal. It's your Regal reward. It's the way it should be in this Regal American land.
The new Buick Regal, the first six-passenger American car with four-wheel independent suspension and four-wheel power disc brakes standard.
The great American road, the great American road belongs to Buick. The great American road belongs to Buick. Great American.
Phone lines are open. Phone and give Gary D a call here on Radio 11, WWWE. Now, once again, here's Gary.
And thank you, Rob, and thank you, Val, our producers here on the Gary D program, who wouldn't speak to me yesterday. I want to reach out. No, you're all very nice. You're very courageous. I walk into the station, and it's always, the first day, and, of course, Gary D's reputation that I have to live up to are a blessing and a curse. And it's interesting, your first day. You remember your first day, Val, when you came in, and how people stick their head out the office and then see you and then start to say hi, but then duck their head back in. Whatever. But Rob and Val didn't. They came up and said, Gary, if you don't make it, it's our job. So you get your act together. And you better save our positions here. Whatever. That's great. We're going to have fun. And the big thing, remember the Browns, the Colts, of course, on WWWE this Saturday. Pre-game begins at 11:30 and kickoff at 12:30 this Saturday with Nev Chandler, bless his heart, and Doug Deacon. Doug, how you doing? And they're calling all the action here on Radio 11. And don't miss a play. Now, the radio home of the Browns, and thank you, Mr. Art Modell, all the way to the Super Bowl because Gary D is back. Radio 11, WWWE. Oh, this is nice. I want to see all of you. I'd love to meet you, give you a kiss, shake your hand today at noon at Swingos. It'll be fun. It'll be exciting with George Forbes and Dennis Kucinich. Let's go to line 2 from beautiful Mayfield Heights and Bob. Bob, welcome to WWWE.
Hi, Captain Gary.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
Great, great.
Hey, this is a 5-year anniversary, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
That's right. Your captain's license.
Yeah.
You know, I sent mine in, and they sent me back a bunch of garbage, and I got to take the test and a physical again.
Well, I just sent for mine the other day, okay?
Okay.
Hey, did you ever pay that bar tab up at the tavern after the graduated?
Sir, that's personal.
Hey, I kept trying, to Mary's column,
Yeah, very, very kept track of me.
Yeah, and I sent you a card, and you sent me a letter back, which I.
Yeah, I'm into writing letters a little better now.
Yeah?
And appreciate you good people out there.
Hey, it's nice to be back, Gary.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
All right. Wasn't that nice? And then it's a dull show. I love Gary D. This is not what is expected by all these Pharisees and scribes, the maniac, the Jaws, the plain dealer, that Dave Saub. How do you pronounce his name, Val? The new writer. At least they got someone new at the plain dealer. Said, call me Jaws of radio. That yellow journalist rag in Akron Beacon Journal. What did they say, Rob? The maniac of the airwaves. I'm sensible. Control. Me and Jonathan Winters. Thank you for calling. Marge from Cleveland, WWWE, the radio home of the Browns. And remember this afternoon, John Christ, K-R-I-S-T. And are you a victim of age discrimination at 2 o'clock? And then he talks to a poodle psychologist All right. John's going to do it with a poodle at 2. John Christ on WWWE. And my good buddy, Bruce Drennan. And we hired Bruce. And, boy, he got 10 times the money I did. I want your agent, Bruce. No one will even be my agent. Bruce, you really had him over a barrel. He's our new Pete Franklin sports line at night. The football playoff special, and he'll be featuring ESPN announcer Mike Patrick and the Indianapolis news writer Tom Reitman and all that stuff tonight at 6:10. Bruce Drennan. Bless your heart, Marge. And
hello, Gary, my love.
Hello,
welcome
Marge.
back.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Do you really mean that?
You know, my day was made when I knew you were coming back. The smartest thing 3WE ever did was bring you back to Cleveland, honey.
Did you hear that, Harvey? Mr. Sims, did you hear that? Say that again, Marge.
I said the smartest thing they ever did was bringing you back to Cleveland.
Bless your heart.
I tell you, it really made me happy. I don't know if you've met
Larry Robinson, eat your heart out.
I don't know if you remember me or not. I called you when you were in Chicago.
Yes.
I wrote to you, dear.
Bless your heart. Yes, you did. But you never gave me your return address.
Didn't I? Oh, well.
Okay.
It's just fantastic to have you back again.
Well, thank you. Mary Boland wrote, my next-door neighbor on the Chagrin River, and her husband, Bud, died of a heart attack 2 years ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah, bless her heart.
Well,
life goes on.
I think Martha passed on before you ever left Cleveland.
Yeah.
Now, you probably remember which Marge this is.
Yes, bless your heart, huh?
Well, I'll tell you, I've missed you so much.
Thank you.
And, I haven't even
keep me in your heart and your family. That's a part of the change and everything.
I haven't listened to 3WE for years, but boy, once I knew you was back, honey, it's on 3WE now.
All right. Thank you, Marge. Let's go to line 2 and Dan from Cleveland. Dan, Gary D, WWWE, Cleveland, Radio 11.
You sound like a wimp. You know that? You sound like a total wimp.
Sir?
First day you were in D.C.
Yeah.
You made a comment about the mayor's wife that got you in trouble. I haven't heard you say a word that will get you in trouble so far.
Yeah.
How long is it going to be until you wind up out on Prospect again with those women robbing you in the middle of the morning?
Those three,
those three, whatever.
From the tribe of Zulu.
That was your story.
That was my story.
That was your story.
Yeah.
You don't even have witnesses to that. How long is it going to be?
They wouldn't have, if there'd been witnesses, I wouldn't have been robbed. And their little anodium knife to my family jewels
something that'll get you back down to the Justice Center again.
I still have nightmares about that, and I woke up with Liz.
That's where you belong, in the Justice Center again. Again.
Sir, I will never end up in the McFall Hilton again. Goodbye. Get rid of him, Val. Let's go to Dennis on line 7. Dennis?
Hello?
From Columbus, our state capital.
Is this Gary D?
This is the Gary D.
I'm going to have to move back to Cleveland.
Amen.
The only thing that will...
Everybody's moving out. You got to come back.
Move back. You're there. I'll have to move back. The only thing you got to do is bring Pete Franklin with you, and then for sure I'll move back.
All right.
Peter, you've been missed.
Well, thank you. I believe that.
Although you said something before I don't believe.
Really?
You said you've learned your lesson.
I say that, but I'm lying.
I believe it. You still haven't learned to keep it in your pants.
Where do these people come from? Let's go to line 1. And, Tony, how are you? From Parma.
Gary, how are you? Welcome back to Cleveland.
Well, thank you.
I've retired since I used to listen to you before, but I certainly have missed you, and one of the great things about you that I always admired, that you told it like it is. I don't care whether you stepped on your own toes or stepped on somebody else's toes.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that you bring back...
Well, I'm too lazy to write a script.
I hope that your show is going to be one where you'll be bringing topics for discussion to your program and the people involved.
Absolutely. I did that well in New York. People forget in the newspaper and these yo-yos on television never say the ratings, every station I went to, the ratings increased. They increased. The ratings are made in Chicago. We're the best that station has had to this date.
Okay.
And same, I increased the ratings over the summer book. Arbitron in New York, 30%. From, whatever. We'll go to that.
Well, granted, but
the management, there are few, and we'll get into this too, my pet peeve, there are no place for the outrageous, real freedom of speech, no holds barred Gary D's in broadcasting anymore because many of us don't have the guts.
Well, I agree with you 100%.
And let me say this up front. Well, the only thing I asked, I said, I want to be what I am. I can't be something else. I got to be Gary D, and I'm going to go off the wall sometime.
Gary, let me say the important thing, the second important thing I called about. I hope one of the topics of discussion will be education.
They will. I had the New York Times, William Sapphire, and all that crap.
Please.
Good stuff.
Please, let me tell you this. Your calling this D-Day has brought to my mind an incident that happened within the last couple of weeks, well, December 7th, to be honest with you. I asked by count 8 young men who were definitely of high school age what December 7th meant to them. Not a one knew what it meant. D-Day. Not a one. What are they teaching in these schools? Another incident. I took a young lady home the other night, a daughter of a friend of mine, and somehow or another the discussion got to talk about war, okay? And I told her I was in the Second War, not the French and Indian, but I was in the Second War, okay? I'm retired, I'm old, and I thought, well, she might think I was in the French and Indian War. Yeah. But anyway, I mentioned the Battle of the Bulge, and this young lady started to laugh, and I thought, what the heck is she laughing about? Then it dawned on me, and as I say, I'm up in my ears now, and I developed a little bulge, you know, a little pouch. Mm-hmm. And this is what she was laughing at. I said, you never heard of the Battle of the Bulge? And this girl's in college. Really? And education is one topic I hope that you'll really thresh out on this program.
And the influx of immigrants into our nation, and the selling of America, the closing of the American mind, all these things. And we'll discuss these things. I didn't want to get into it today.
I hope you do get into something,
an ego boost because I've been unemployed and thrown out and neglected, abused, and abused.
Well, I never totally agree with you on everything, but I certainly wouldn't, you know. But for the most part, I've agreed with you. And I welcome you back. You're very refreshing, and I hope you stay with us forever.
Thank you. Let's take a break. I'll be right back. Remember, our number is 578-1100, and at 12 noon, we're going to jog over to the old Statler and Jim Swingo's joint and just demolish it with George Forbes and Dennis Kucinich and Gary D. So join us live in person. Be the first to come up and say, Gary D., you're terrible. Just talking here, just talking off the air or on the air, John. Here's a great man who does 2 until 6.
I'm sorry, brown-nosing is not allowed here. They've changed some of the rules. It's an FCC requirement now. No brown-nosing here, D.
I heard I was driving across Fort Wayne, Indiana, and during the day we heard you, and you had the Iran. You really get into hot topics.
No, I don't.
The killing and should you have bullets in the guns?
Oh, the Palestinian thing, yeah. The slaughter of the Palestinians, yeah. Well, first I wanted to welcome you. I've heard an awful lot about you, and frankly, I never heard you. I heard the name Gary D. I mean, it's, the radio business has heard the name Gary D. for 18 years, but I never heard you. And I got to tell you, you sound great, and we're really excited that you're here, and now they can complain about you instead of about me. I love it.
I love it. I get you off the hook.
You got flowers? Do they know you got flowers here?
Really?
They sent this guy flowers.
It's the bomb funeral home. They want to cover my funeral there.
This is unbelievable. Flowers here. I never got flowers.
The Florist Association. I bring back payola, too. John. Mr. John Christ, K-R-I-S-T. And are you a victim of age discrimination in your program this afternoon?
Well, as a matter of fact, we've got 3 different topics. In fact, 4 different topics, but 3 that I want to talk about now. And the 4th one we'll talk about a little bit later on in the day. There's a guy in Columbus, a TV guy, reporter named Tom Ryan, who claims he's the victim of age discrimination. And Tom and his lawyer are going to be with us on the air.
Good.
So they're going to talk about that.
Well, listen, because I think I nailed New York on age discrimination.
Well, you see, I don't think there should be. I disagree with them completely and disagree with you because when I was young, guys like you, guys like
me,
said to me, look, Chris, you're too young. We want somebody more mature. Well, guess what now, Gary? Now it's our turn. You discriminate against us. Now we discriminate against you. So Tom Ryan and his attorney, Michael Yarborough, have an awful lot of explaining to do.
Little wet behind the ear.
I am not nose twerp is the word. Twerp is the word. You can thank
Don't tell me what to say, Mr. Chris. Now, I liked you. You really asked tough questions to these yahoos, this Iranian, Palestinian.
Palestinian. I don't believe this. Oh, this is going to be a great start.
You know, we think civilization has grown. Now, we're still in the Stone Ages, killing each other.
And it's wrong. But the thing with the age discrimination, I say kick him out, kick the old guy out, get some young guys in there, get some new blood in there, because when we were young, these same people were saying, you're too young, you go get some more experience somewhere else. Now it's our turn, and I say that's swell. We're also going to talk with Dr. Perry Frantzman.
You're going to put Gary D on an ice float and just float me out the lake?
Not you, pal. Believe me, not you. You're here to stay. But we got animal psychologist Dr. Perry Frantzman. If your parakeet looks kind of depressed, or if your poodle's got some emotional problems,
your neighbor.
Today's the day. You can talk with Dr. Perry Frantzman, the
Shop and swap
psychologist for the dog.
Bill Randall.
Yep, and we've got from New Jersey a bunch of lawyers.
Idiots in New Jersey. They all have a twang, an accent, and
bitter.
They wear hard hats and they drive semi trucks up and down 8th Avenue where I live. I lived in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. I paid $1,200 for a little studio with one closet, one sink. You walk in and back out.
But that sounds like our office back here, except we got 3 desks here now. We call it the black hole here.
Yeah.
Anyway, these
where are you from? How old are you?
35. My wife is expecting a baby any day now. We can't wait, so we're real excited about that. And I'm losing my hair, and what hair I have left
your first child?
First and last. Yeah.
You waited a long time to impregnate.
I kept trying.
Inadequacies or whatever.
I finally got it right. What can I tell you?
When I was 18.
Yeah.
That's what the probation department said anyway. But that's none of your business.
Oh,
why did you ask me that? Okay.
The man's lost his mind on 15,000 watts. The man has lost his mind.
Where'd you work, though? How did you get to Cleveland?
I headed north on 75, made it right on 71, and here I am. It was great.
I'm sorry. Like two boys and John showing pictures. Where did you work?
I worked in Tampa Bay at FLA, and I saw Liz Richards.
She's working there on weekends.
On FLA now?
Yeah, she really is.
Good for her.
Really?
And I saw her before she did her TV show, right before they bounced her out of there.
Yeah.
And
what happened on her TV show?
Nothing. That was the whole problem.
Really?
Not a damn thing happened.
Well, Liz should have, and she admits it now. We had a good visit. I think Liz really, you live with a person. I lived with her 5 years, never really knew her. Because it was a 9x10 glossy, that marriage. It really was.
What was she like in bed?
Pretty good. None of your business.
Screamer?
Daddy says, see things you don't talk about.
Fingernails in the back. What was Liz like? I've always wondered.
The money you make, the way you play poker, and the women you know.
That's good, huh?
How can I talk? Liz was lousy in bed, answer. Good. We'll be right back. WWWE, Gary D. and John Chris. Welcome. Deal.
Our northeast Ohio weather will be very quiet and not quite as cold for today as the lake effect snows out in the snow belt will finally come to an end. By late tonight, another snow producer will move through the state of Ohio, but we expect just a light snowfall from that, and it's going to be generally quiet and cold for the Cleveland Browns at the stadium on Saturday. This is meteorologist Dick Gantz at the WWWE Weather Bureau in Cleveland. The forecast calling for partly sunny to mostly sunny skies. Still some flurries in the eastern suburbs this morning, and then clouding over again this afternoon with a high of 18. Mostly cloudy tonight. Snow developing this evening, possibly accumulating 1 to 2 inches by morning, and a low near 12. Tomorrow, variable cloudiness. The snow will be ending during the morning, high of 24. And for Saturday, some scattered snow flurries possible in the afternoon and evening, and a high of about 18. Stay tuned to WWWE for the very latest weather information.
It's a pathway that leads from here to tomorrow. The seed is shining sea. The great American road belongs to Buick.
While other car companies are confusing you with incentives, remember they're not selling Buicks. So in the spirit of the holidays, your Buick dealer is making a simple offer. There's the new Regal, base price at only $12,449. That's less than the Mercury Cougar and Ford Thunderbird. Comparison based on manufacturer's suggested retail price, including dealer prep, tax, license, destination charge, and optional equipment additional. Levels of equipment vary. And there are all the other Buicks you've always wanted, now with special values. See your Buick dealer now.
The great American road. The great American road belongs to Buick. The great American road belongs to Buick. The great American road.
We return now to Conversation with Gary D. here on Radio 11, WWWE. Now, once again, here's Gary.
He could make it in New York. Betty, thank you for waiting. WWWE Radio 11, Gary D. And we're the radio home of the Browns. Yeah.
Make my day. Welcome back home, number one.
All right.
How you doing?
Honestly, lousy.
The world of Oz has been lonely without you.
Yeah, I'll stir up your life, get your blood boiling, get your circulation going.
You
get
still
your
available?
Yeah.
You are? How's your war injury?
Well, I don't know. Nothing. Daddy used to say, use it or lose it. It's better to wear it out than rust it out. I think I got to go to Mickey's rust proofing.
Gary, you going to be at Swingo's after 12?
Yeah, we'll be there from 12 to 1. If it goes over, we can go till 2 up to the John Chris show. Come on over and say hi.
I will, Betty will be there.
They got undercover officers. Jim Swingo's not crazy. We'll have fun. And don't tell George Forbes that I've also invited Dennis to Senate.
Love you, Gary.
Love you too, sweetheart.
Okay, bye.
That's sweet. Have to do it on the radio. Let's go to line 6. Hello, Gary. Yes, sir.
Yes, it's the old truck driving buddy Dusty from Akron.
All right.
Hey, boy,
Come in, Dusty.
I got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah, Dusty? Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, when you was in Chicago, I was still working then. I tried to call you. I parked up. I got off that Dan Ryan up there at Garfield.
Oh, boy, the Dan Ryan, they'll steal it right out of the back of your truck.
Well, that's exactly what happened. While I was in trying to call you, somebody stole my suitcase out of my truck.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Chicago, thieves. Crooked politicians. But God bless Harold Washington, died of a heart attack.
Yeah, that was too bad. Tragic thing. I also tried to call you when you're in Washington, but you can't park on a beltway up there. But I'll tell you, Gary.
Those idiots on the beltway.
I've retired, but you just put a purpose back in my life now. I'm going to try to find your old friend Viola Pearsley for you again.
God bless Viola. She's got a thing going, I think, in D.C., the biggest madam there. I don't know. God bless her body. Yeah.
Anyhow, Gary, I just want to welcome you back home. You're like an old friend that's come home, and God, boy, I really love listening to you again.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's refreshing after all those people I hated my guts yesterday.
Well, listen, those people don't count. The ones that are calling today is the ones that count.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I like to say about Mr. Dale John, who I replaced, and that's the radio business. Ironically, as God would have it, God does write my script. I stopped in the Swingos day before yesterday when I was in town, still hiding out in this hotel motel. And I saw Sam, the bartender. Remember Sam? Been off the wagon now 17 years. But he smokes. He's had a heart bypass, and he still smokes. And so do I. That's neither here nor there. But anyway, Sam said, Gary, I know about your heart at WWWE. And I said, wait a minute, man, because they were going to fire me. We had to keep this cool, baby. No word to nobody. And I told no one, not even Liz or whatever, because Liz would have applied for the job and probably gotten it. She works cheap. But anyway, on the air, in front of the mic, don't touch it, Gary. No, Val. But anyway, I ran into John Dale. Sam said, John, the guy that got fired is sitting over there. And I said, oh, my God. And I said, well, I better. And I said, no, I go over and I said, and say, I'm Gary D. John, I'm sorry to hear you got fired. And, of course, he was shocked to see me. You're Gary D. And I said, yes, John. And he said, well, I don't have to tell you. That's the nature of the beast. I said, it is. And anything I can do to help, then you just let me know. And I gave him names of the stations that I worked for and been fired, whether there's openings there. And with people that Mr. Glass knows, Mr. Glass, our operations manager here, is the #1 authority on talk radio in America today, better than Rick Sklar. And so we're going to get John Dale. John has talent, so water seeks its own level. John will have a job, and it's finding the right horse to ride and to give it steel. And it was nice, and he and I sat there as two, neither one of us are spring chickens, and in our eyes we didn't have to talk. But there was a moment of silence. I lit his cigarette and sipped my coffee, and we paused about a moment. And in our eyes that we met, we knew what we were. We were disposable talent. Disposable talent that had been used, milk dry by the milk maltses of the world, while the milk maltses make all the money off us mules. And I think the milk maltses of the world, like the great new owners here, the two Tom, Mr. Wilson, Mr. Ambrasia, Mr. Larry Pollock, who learned it at another
money changer, Larry Robinson, owe it to us disposable talent to have something for us in the end. We go out the door, and they hire someone new and make more money. And a lot of them don't give back to you, which the FCC guarantees is public interest, convenience, need, necessity. And you'll get that with Gary D. And he got that with John Dale. John's fine. State of shock, as we all go through. You got to go through a state of depression. You got to go out, get drunk, find a wild woman, and then you get back to reality. And you realize, I want to get fired every day, get drunk, and get a wild woman. But that's neither here nor there. But John is doing fine. God bless him. And there is an opening in New York. John Dale could end up in New York, that 2-bit, 3-bit station I worked for. Let's take a break on WWWE Radio 11, Cleveland. And to see that we join company again on WWWE and the Tavern of Richfield. And you've heard about them here on WWWE from John and from everyone, and from Mr. Chris and Bruce Drennan and all the gang here together on WWE in #1 News in the morning with Bob Fuller and all the gang. Well, why wait for a special occasion to visit the Tavern of Richfield? Our great subscriber. Get out to the Tavern of Richfield, celebrate Gary D. screwing up your life on radio once again, and complain to him. Say, why did they hire Gary D. to the owner? Yes, sir. At the Tavern of the Green, routes 303 and 176 in the nostalgic village of Richfield, Ohio. And call for reservations suggested 659-3155. And also, Tavern of Richfield at the Coliseum. Boy, the Cavs are doing great. Slam dunking, 500%. Hey, we're on a roll right here on WWWE, the home of the Browns and everything. Open before, during, after most Coliseum events. Tavern of Richfield. Let's go now to Mike on line 1 from Brooklyn. Mike, thank you for calling.
How you doing, Gary?
Your constitutional right to free access to a mass media. You're doing fine, Mike. Thank you.
Hey, you're probably sick of hearing this, but welcome back. It's great to have you back.
No, I need a whole day of it. I've been very depressed and maligned and felt like a failure.
You should be asking for money for everyone that says welcome back.
Really?
You're a rich man.
Really?
I tell you.
Money doesn't make us rich, but I've learned that. I'm broke and I'm richer than many people. I've learned that.
You have to tell me your secrets then.
Be at peace with ourselves and accept what we are. I mean, I've accepted the fact that I'm a failure, so I'm happy. I'll be a successful failure.
We won't let you be a failure here.
If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Remind me.
I tell you, it's good to know that we don't have to put up with these other morning shows that are worthless. This magic and this zoo stuff. We finally got something we can listen to.
Well, what they are is a computerized, shallow facade of lightweight, artificial pablum. They're as real. You prick them, a computer goes off. You prick Gary D., blood comes out.
That's right.
Give it steel. Come on, let's ride. Shoot the dice. You live once. Deal, I'll cut. Hey, did I tell you I won $17,000 in Vegas. $17,000 in Vegas.
That's pretty good.
I got to Fresno and I lost it in Clovis. We cut. One card. Drunks still get me out there playing lowball. But that's neither here nor there. Now, what are we going to talk about? Let's talk about, at noon we're going to talk to George and Dennis, the state of Cleveland, where we've come in the last 5 years. Cleveland looks great. I'm impressed with Cleveland. Downtown is coming. The Flats has turned around. Looks beautiful. I haven't been there yet. And you have done it. And congratulations to everyone involved. That's you, your family, and our political leaders. And our mayor, Bambi, Mr. Voinovich, has done a great job, really. And through no fault of his own, but it's worked. And maybe it's time now for a Dennis Kucinich to come in. If Gary D. can come back, Dennis Kucinich can come back.
There you go.
And we need competition and to keep us active and to take sides and not be neutral. You stand for something or you stand for nothing. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, well, this city's really rebuilding itself, and we've got to prove ourselves to the whole nation.
Right. Val, which line is the guy that hates me? We need some controversy here. I told the bosses we'd have controversy. Mike, let's go to Mike, and he deserves his piece. Good morning, Mike, and welcome.
Yes. Hey, what the hell is wrong with you? You gotta start getting fired up.
Well, there's a time for everything under the sun. Ecclesiastes.
Everything's wrong in this city. I mean,
1:13.
Everything downtown is all right, but then you go out in these neighborhoods and stuff, and they still, like, over on Lorraine Avenue and stuff, they still have the whores running up and down the street.
Oh, my God.
You have got to come back and do something.
Well, I ran them off Prospect up to Shaker Heights when I was here before.
and I ran them into the high-rises,
well, you gotta
and then
come
the
back.
Carlisle goes condo.
You got to come back over by 32nd Lorraine.
Oh, amen, brother. Oh, God bless the late, may his soul rest in peace, way before his time, Wild Bill Wilkins. You know, he and I used to hit those dirt bars over there.
Yeah, I know.
Dancers.
I met Wild Bill one time, but you know,
great man.
You have got to bring some spirit back into this town, and by God, it's about time he came back.
Went going 80. That's the way I want to go, man. He didn't know what hit him. God bless him. Rear end of a semi. You know what happened to me?
What?
I came to Cleveland about 3 or 4 weeks ago, talking again. This was a real long time negotiating. And I bought my new 85 Eldo, all white, beautiful car. I always wanted. When it was new, that thing cost over $25,000.
You must have.
I got it for $11. It's good. It's perfect.
You must have bought it on the east side.
I bought it down in Florida when I was visiting Liz from a lease wholesaler. And all they owed on it was about $10,500. That's what I got. But anyway, I passed in the semi-truck trailer hauling steel in Toledo going on the interstate. And I noticed it's about dusk, 5:30, 6 o'clock, and there's sparks coming out of his rear wheel. And I said, what the hell is this? And so I paused. I let up on the gas, and I was just about up to him on the left lane, passing him. And I, just like a dog running in front of you, you just see it, and it happens. You don't have time to react. And the policeman said he saw skid marks, so I did get to the brake. But the dual wheels on the rear of that trailer came off the axle, still bolted together. 2 1,000-pound wheels and rims and hubs came right off, wobbling, bouncing, and it took one big bounce. I thought it was going to hit me right in the windshield, 2,000 pounds, and it came down and glanced the front bumper and front right fender. I just sat there shaking and saying, oh, my God, my car. And then you think, oh, God, and I got out, and the driver, who's from Arkansas, and he trucking out of West Virginia, said, man, I'm glad to see you stand up. And he said, no problem. And then his insurance company called me the next day and said, you're all right, I'm fine. He says, just send us 2 estimates and you'll get on your way, boy. So we never know, you know, like Pete Maravich, or none of us know, and it's always a shock that today is a gift, tomorrow's a promise.
That's enough to make you turn to religion, isn't it?
Yeah, I tried that and didn't make any money back in radio. Thank you, Tiger. Have a good one. This is boring. Let's go to line 2. Nancy from Minner.
Yeah.
How's all these sexy women from Minner? Judy was from Minner, by way of Westlake. And she left me even because of that. Hello, Nancy.
Hello, Jerry. Let me tell you, I haven't been this excited since the last time my husband got it up. Okay, I am so glad that you are back. I have missed you.
Yeah, he got it up, ma'am? That's great.
Just recently.
He's on my diet. Oh.
I think so. Listen,
yes, dear.
Were the callers in the other cities like the ones you have here?
Pardon me?
The callers in the other cities where you were.
The callers?
Yeah.
No, they weren't. There was a difference. Chicago about the same. Of course, I worked for a country music station there, FM, and neither fish nor fowl didn't satisfy the talk people nor satisfy the music people. In New York, it's all talk, a 2-bit radio station, 25th in the market, and we were going, but they backed out. The callers in New York, to answer your question, are more intellectual. They really are. Not the total, because that station appealed to the intellectual talk show person. So it was a segment of the audience that dominated me totally 100%, where what I do is sort of like Dennis Kucinich appealed to all segments, from the brain surgeons to the bum on the street, you know. Mm-hmm. And, of course, you'll get the truth from the bum on the street, and the brain surgeon doesn't lie. But New York had very intellectual. I had to do my homework in New York. Of course, I didn't, but I had William Sapphire on, Pulitzer Prize winner. And, you know, he said he'd been interviewed by everybody on radio, television, the all-night guy, that's Larry King. He said, Gary, you're the best interviewer that I've ever had the pleasure of being interviewed by. William Sapphire, he's a columnist, a real a conservative guy who writes for the New York Times. It's Wild City. It was a great experience. I learned a lot from New York. It was fun. And I just backed into it. I fell into a deal. And so, you know, you take it and run.
Well, I just want to say it's nice to have you back. You're going to make my day for me.
Well, and tell your friends and neighbors, and those of you that can, let's come downtown, and we'll have, I promise you, a good time, good entertainment, and to see the leaders, the people who control our lives, Dennis Kucinich, George Forbes, today at noon at the Statler and Jim Swingo's joint.
Okay, we'll look for you there.
Bye-bye. On WWWE-AM
WWWE, Gary D, Radio 11. You're listening to Gary D on Radio 11, WWWE. Now, once again, here's Gary.
Take a quick break here, take your call, and then we've got to jog over to Swingo's. And we got 7 minutes while the news is on, and we'll see you then live from Swingo's. This is fun. Like Don McNeil's Breakfast Club. You don't remember that, kid, but he's the one that started all this. On WWWE, Gary D, let's go to line 4, and Tim. Tim from Parma?
Hello, Gary.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to welcome you back and hope you get into the good things you used to.
Well, right. You get into the whole spectrum. Good, bad, and ugly, as Ollie North said. Yeah, we had Donald Trump on the air. I had a lot of fun in New York. But are they right about those good things? No. See, the newspapers, they love to down Gary D and the freedoms and the talents that we have under the FCC on radio.
Well, I give you
they all have to write for Tom Vail. Don't get in there, Gary. Give them equal opportunity. Good morning, WWWE. Don't write 3WE. It will not count. Right, WWWE, Gary D, Radio 11. Sid from Akron.
There you go.
Amen, brother.
Hey, thanks for coming back. We haven't had a good hillbilly since you left.
Amen.
We need your help.
Yeah, well, you're going to get it, partner. You really will.
All right, get into all that good stuff now.
You got it, Tiger.
We love you.
Give them steel, boy.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Put the pedal to the metal.
Okay.
Like Wild Bill Wilkins. Let's go to Bob, or whoever.
Hello there, Gary.
Amen, brother.
Hey, how we doing?
Hanging in.
Man, it's really good to hear your voice again.
Me and Jerry Lewis.
We got a couple of other guys that got to be run out of town.
Yeah, who we going to run out first?
Well, you want their names or you want the station?
No, you don't.
Supposed to be a real good friend of yours, but not the way he's talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's the 2 scum buckets in the morning, early morning hours.
Well, I certainly are not going to give them the dignity of a response. Their minds have, like milk and water, seek their own level, and boy, they're in the sewer.
Good.
I was never so shocked in my life to see. Does Larry Robinson still own that 2-bit radio station? Mr. Robinson's a fine man with class and character and style. That station is blatantly filthy. There's no creativity. There's no talent. There are 2 lightweights.
You can say that again.
And I'm not going to respond to them, give them the dignity. This is Gary D. Boy, we got a little
class. We're going to out of town down to Florida again.
Really. And I made more money than both of them put together not working.
Oh, boy. Hey, how we doing after surgery?
Doing great. Thank God.
What year did you have yours, 84?
84, April 84.
Same as I had mine, huh?
Yeah, right. How are you doing?
Well, not too good, and I won't mention the hospital.
Well, later on we will.
Back onto about the same thing as you started with.
Really? Now, did they take the vein out of your leg or out of your...
No, out of the chest.
Good. At least I know a guy had out of his leg, and the leg surgery was worse than the heart bypass.
Yeah, well, mine's not doing too good. I got another 75 and 250s again.
Gotta run. I'll see you at Swingo's. Gary D. D-Day. You betcha. WWWE. Cleveland. Okay, we've got until 58. My mistake. Let's go to George on line 2. From Cleveland. George, welcome. WWWE.
Hello, Gary. I thought I got you out of this town once.
Uh-oh. Yeah?
This is?
Yeah, who is this?
This is George Forbes.
Yeah, well, you're a lousy imitator. Now, come over and meet George. Tell him that, partner. Have the guts. Have you got the guts
for me?
You got the guts to stand up to George?
This is George Forbes.
I'm the only man in town that can... I got George wrapped around my finger.
Gary, I got you out once.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get you out again.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you won't... Okay. What a day. Well, same to you and the horse you rode in on, Charlie. Let's go to line 4. Hi, Jackie from North Royalton.
Hi, Gary. How are you doing?
Honey, I'm doing without.
Oh, I missed you so much.
Can't lie on the air.
I was so happy when I got my newspaper yesterday and saw your picture on the front page. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, really. That was an anemic picture.
I wanted to ask you, how's your mom?
Mom is just fine. I went out to see her. I said, Mom, we're still going to get the money for Lucky Strikes. And she's out at the Beach Haven Health Center and driving them crazy out there. And she's doing well. Still wants to go back to Arkansas.
Is she still smoking?
Yep. More than I am. Really. She's 76 years old.
Wow.
She's doing fine.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you're back.
Well, Yeah, so am I. It beats unemployment.
I haven't listened to WHK since you went off the air.
Honey, God bless you. See what they hire these no talents to replace Gary D. They get the whole staff for less than they were paying me. And see, you got to pay for talent, malts. Number one, don't come cheap. Gary D. WWWE Cleveland. Let's go to Joe Finan on line 1. Hello, Joe.
Gary.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Welcome back.
Well, thank you.
Glad to have you back.
It's good to be back.
You're a good announcer on the radio.
Well, thank you.
I got to ask you, though.
Yes, sir.
Where's my monkey at?
Yo monkey. Yo mama. Yeah. Let's go to line 3 and Bob. WWWE Gary D.
Hi, Gary.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good.
Listen, I just tuned in to talk radio about 4 months ago and realized that I can actually sit down in the morning and actually hear something that I can learn from.
Really?
Which was kind of different. I thought you'd turn into the radio and all was a bunch of BS, but
really?
I hope the programming continues. I heard a lot about you, Gary, and you seem to be a hell of a lot better guy than I've heard about.
Well, you only hear the bad things about ourselves. No one wants to preach good. Bad will travel through town in 5 minutes of good things, but they come back. They come back.
Good, it sounds good. Just keep up something.
As George Ford says, what goes around comes around.
Finances or something?
Yeah, we'll talk about finances, puberty,
whatever.
mid-cycle, whatever. You got it, because Gary D. is unpredictable, and Gary D. is entertainment. And Gary D. is learning. But when you really learn, you have fun, and it's going to be fun. Now, I'm going to go over here, and no telling what's going to happen, but that's the fun of it, when George Forbes sees Dennis Kucinich at Swingo's Joint, 12th and Euclid in downtown Cleveland, on WWWE Radio 11, number 1, Cleveland.
Attention. This is a test of the WWWE Weather Alert System. If this had been an actual weather alert, the sounder you heard would be followed by the most accurate, up-to-the-minute weather and information concerning the storm. Dick Goddard, Dick Gantz, Tom Tasselmeyer, total traffic reports, complete school and business closing information, and WWWE's exclusive Storm Track, a system to track incoming weather systems so you'll know what to expect and when to expect it. This winter, when the weather turns, turn to the best radio station during the worst weather. Radio 11, WWWE. This was only a test.
Our local weather will remain very quiet for most of the day today, with a lot of sunshine in most areas this morning. And even though a snow-producing storm from the southern states will be brushing us overnight tonight, the snowfall here will be a light one. We're expecting just a chance for scattered snow flurries for the Cleveland Browns here on Saturday, but another shot of very cold Arctic-type air will be coming in for Sunday and Monday. This is meteorologist Dick Gantz at the WWWE Weather Bureau in Cleveland, and the forecast calling for partly sunny to mostly sunny skies. Still some snow flurries out in the eastern suburbs this morning, and then clouding over everywhere this afternoon. Our high today going to 18. Mostly cloudy for tonight, snow developing this evening, possibly accumulating 1 to 2 inches by morning, and a low of about 12. For tomorrow, variable cloudiness. That snow will be ending in the morning, a high of 24. And for Saturday, some flurries possible in the afternoon and evening, and a high of 18. Stay tuned to WWWE for the very latest weather information.
Currently under mostly sunny skies, we have 5 degrees downtown at the lakefront. It's 9 at Hopkins Airport, 6 degrees at Akron Canton, and 10 degrees at Lorraine Elyria.